this movie, Election, is, as I already said, directed by Alexander Payne, written and directed by Alexander Payne, and of course he's come to be successful for movies like Sideways and About Schmidt. And then he disappeared. Where are you, Alexander Payne? Come back, please. But this movie is about a high school election, as is in the title, and Reese Witherspoon kind of plays this almost like the Anna Kendrick character from Rocket Science, but a little bit more on the dark side. She plays this overachiever named Tracy Flick, who has gone undefeated in high school elections since she entered school, and kind of like Max Fisher, she's part of like every single extracurricular thing possible, just really wants to get into those Ivy League schools, and she's just pushing for it. But she is very, very cutthroat and very kind of evil, maybe a little bit.
Maybe just a little.
And then it centers around her and this teacher, played by Matthew Broderick, who has, for personal reasons, doesn't want her to win the high school election, and gets another kid, a football star, played by
Chris Klein.
Chris Klein, thank you. Played by Chris Klein to fight her in the election and win, and kind of knock her off a few pegs. And so what you end up here is there's this whole overarching message about morals and ethics, and the way Alexander Payne uses these multiple points of view and these multiple voiceovers throughout the whole movie, it really creates this interesting web of a story where the movie I'm impressed by, because you come back just remembering Reese Witherspoon's character, and it's a dark comedy and there's some kind of raunchy stuff, whatever. But when you watch it again and again and again, you start to realize this is a really cleverly written script, just really tight writing. The way the story progresses and then twists and progresses and twists, and you can never keep up with it. The movie is always a step ahead of you. So I gave this movie an A+. This is one of my all-time favorite comedies, one of my all-time favorite high school comedies, and one of my all-time favorite dark comedies. And definitely my all-time favorite Reese Witherspoon character. And I would kind of like to see her kind of go back to something more interesting like this instead of these Legally Blondie blah, blah, blahs. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I, too, enjoyed this movie. Big dark comedy fan. I think... the best part about this movie is the voiceovers, how well they're done. It's, yes, there's the plot of the high school election, but it's all about the crazy stuff going on in the background, which the voiceovers really put forward and stuff. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's good to see Chris Klein back in his heyday before he just fell into whatever the crap he does now.
Yeah.
The new Street Fighter was awful. I wanted to smack him, but that's neither here nor there. This is just wonderful movie about just crazy people and what we'll do to get our way.
Yeah,
and it's just full of all this raunchy and awkward sex scenes that are fun. And I was reading reviews online, and that's the number one hater thing was I didn't rent a porno, and you're like, what? I don't know. It seems that people seem to...
It goes places you don't think it's going to, and it kind of takes you aback. But that's sort of the joy of the movie, is just how unrelentless it is.
It is deliciously evil, I guess, is the way it goes. And Matthew Broderick is wonderful. He's been doing, whenever he does these little random roles, you always think of Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's been in other stuff.
Now he's playing the exact opposite character of the Ferris Bueller. Alexander Payne really cleverly cast him in this movie by, putting him in high school. You automatically think of all of his teen movies, but then the character he plays is just,
Would very much like to punch Ferris Bueller in the face.
Yeah.
All right, so